Welcome to Behind the Hard Hat. It's me, Ricky Jones Jr., and today we have
Greene II.
I love it, I love it. And so the first question in the series of questions we have today is, what excites you the most about leading a construction management company?
It's the people. It's the people that I get to work with, and really, lead. And also just the nature of construction. I love new. I love different. I love change. And so every construction project, every client is different, and even with those particular clients, the actual project is different.
True.
And then that leads me to the team, right? Whether it's from business development, marketing, to pre-construction, project execution, accounting. It's so cool how it all just comes together, and how we're all just very specific parts in particular, and we're able to use our gifts to literally, from start to finish, engage with the client, see the dream, hear the dream, and then execute the vision.
Right.
And so just from, one of our core process, listen, plan, execute, I just love how all the people that are attached to that listen, attached to that plan, attached to that execute. And then the last piece, which I love the most, is the cultivate.
Yeah.
Because all of those things lead up to this moment of cultivation, and that's that's the legacy we leave on each project.
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of legacy, Envision is now 16 years old.
Yes.
So with that thought in mind, what advice would you give yourself 16 years ago?
Whew. Yeah, 16 years, that's a long time. And that just, right off the bat, I just think about, we overestimate, what we can accomplish in 1 year, but we underestimate what can be accomplished in 10 years.
True.
And when I think back, 16 years ago, me and my father, started Envision from nothing. And we had literally $0, but a hope and a dream that God gave us to really build something bigger than ourselves. And looking now, obviously, that's happened, and we built something that's much larger than us. And every decision we make going forward, that's the filter we pour it through. And so, my 16-year-old self, when I look back year after year, month after month, week after week, just don't quit. Like, don't stop. And there's so many opportunities to quit. There's so many opportunities to stop. It's hard. It's difficult, right? It's not easy, but what is? And what I've understood in life, anything that's worthwhile, anything that's worth building, is gonna be hard. It's gonna be some tension. It's kind of like, diamonds. It's kind of like anything that, it takes pressure. It takes polishing. It takes all these different, the processes to get to this place where, wow, we've actually created something. And not it's being created through us, but obviously we know God is the creator. And so it's looking back, it's like all these dots connect looking backwards. I couldn't have made any of this up. It would be impossible.
I love that.
I'm not that creative. And none of us are. And so we have a plan, we have a thought, but every dot connects looking backwards, not ahead. And so I would just tell myself to remember that, and just keep your head down, stay focused, keep believing.
I love that, which is even like a leader principle, right? And speaking of leading principle, what is one of the biggest things that you've learned, or lessons you've learned while leading a construction management company? Or you could even answer it in the sense of, what advice would you give somebody that's leading the construction management company?
I mean, going back to, that filter, right? Focus on building something bigger than you. Because when it's all about you, it's not sustainable. Just speaking to sustainability, that also, from the people, then it leads to the systems, the processes, the procedures. We focus heavily over the past, I would say, 5 years, 3 to 5 years on infrastructure. And you can only grow as fast and as far as those things. And so we've used EOS as one of those tools, but also other systems and tools that we've developed internally, just to really systemize the business. And that's what creates the ability to like now scale the business. If you have the people, so we got to pour into them, but then now we have to put the business structure in place. Order before increase is what we've been taught, and at every level of growth requires another level of order to get to the next level of growth. And so I would just say making sure that you're focused on the infrastructure, focused on the nuts and bolts of the business, so that you can grow.
I love that. And one of the last questions that we love to ask everybody, just to have a little fun, a little razzle dazzle. If you could build anything in the world, what would you build?
That's a trick question. Because I mean, obviously there's the fun stuff, the tangible stuff. I got a lot of these things in my head. I like tangible, right? I like nice things. I like buildings. I like, all that stuff. So there's a lot of, when I think of construction, there's a lot I would build and create and develop. But the intangible, which is what, again, we talked about this, is what lasts, is people and pouring into other people. That's it. Like, when it's all over for me, I would just love, even with my children and with others that I'm, associated with, or I have a chance to, come in contact with. My hope is that something I did, said, and even if it's often things, some things are caught, not taught. Like, I may not even have said anything to you, but you just observed it and it impacted you. And so when I'm gone, what legacy am I leaving? And so that I would say, if I could build anything, it would just be more leaders who could now lead others, lead their families, lead their teams, lead their businesses, and create a brighter future.
I love that. And so thank you, Alan, for sharing, and thank you all for watching another episode of Behind the Hard Hat. Please sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching there. And so we'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.